Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favorite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content. Change can be fast and long-lasting, right? A lot of real lasting change takes time, right? It takes effort and energy. Deeply ingrained patterns and neural pathways take time to rewire, and consistency is key. However, change can also be very fast and long-lasting. This is the idea that you push yourself and give yourself the total opposite experience than your brain or nervous system might expect, and then you instantly expand. You don't ping back. You've completely proven that thought or belief wrong, or fear wrong. You've proven that something is safe, right? And that changes instantly. It's similar to when you learn something new that just blows a belief out the water. The issue is the pull to not push yourself in that way, to not push yourself outside your comfort zone, can be so strong that we don't do it. We don't allow ourselves that. So we only seem to get these experiences when it just seems to happen, right? I feel in a very, very, very privileged position to have known this information for a long time now. And I definitely used to be the person that erred on the side of caution. I used to be the, I could never do that type. Until I knew and really, really understood that I didn't have to be, that we are all absolutely capable of changing anything that we really want. And as you'll probably know, I've been giving myself plenty of these experiences lately. And if you're on my email list, you'll have been getting my regular updates and encouragement to have a think about what you might want to do to push yourself out of the, I could never do that camp. So, context. I have never been great at travel. I'd never travelled on a plane anywhere by myself. I've talked about this before. I had never booked an entire trip of many moving pieces by myself. I consider myself an incredibly capable person, but this has always been a bit of a blocker for me until now. And now that I'm back, I'm already planning my next adventure. I said before I left, I was really excited to see who I was going to be when I got back. And this, what I'm talking about in this episode, is exactly what I meant. So instead of worrying or feeling like I couldn't do anything, I had the attitude that, I could overcome anything that felt uncomfortable, and it would only be uncomfortable in the short term. You know, this idea I talk about being comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is what that is, and this is what that creates for you. I took the trip of an absolute lifetime and I did it myself. I had an amazing opportunity land in my lap and initially kind of brushed it off as wishful thinking until it wasn't. So I ended up flying 9 hours long haul to Nairobi by myself. A friend picked me up at the airport, so I felt safe. Obviously, that piece of the puzzle is super important when it comes to solo travel specifically. So make sure you do your due diligence and you have backup plans and you know that you're safe and you have all the emergency contacts, etc., etc. But I got there. It's a miracle. I then hand-fed giraffes. I touched orphaned baby elephants. I went to lovely bars and restaurants. I organised, booked and went on a 3-day group safari to the Masai Mara by myself with total strangers, travelling hours away from anyone and anything I knew. And I had the most incredible time, and I saw the most incredible things that I have wanted to do and see for my entire life. And age almost 39, I did it all, and I did it all by myself. How many times have you had something that you've wanted to do and said, oh, I can't do that because I'm by myself? Or I can't do that because? Like, what's your because? Yeah. It has been a lifelong dream as an animal fanatic to go on safari, and it did not disappoint. The freedom that I felt, the tears of gratitude that were in my eyeballs all the time were intense, right? And I started posting things because so many people have been like, oh, I can't wait to see your photos and your videos. And I realized that I had this sense of obligation to post. And then halfway through, I was like, I just noticed I had zero desire to be on social media whatsoever, and really allowed myself to be completely in the present. I watched a family of baboons from my balcony on the first day and a family of giraffes the next. It was baby season out there, so I saw baby zebras, hippos, elephants, giraffes. I saw hyenas, buffalo, cheetahs, leopards, lions, and so much more, all in their natural habitat. I even had a baby chameleon cling to my finger that I found in a car park. And yes, he did change colour. He was bright green when I found him and he was brown when I put him down. And in fact, now I mention it and I'm back, I probably should spam some of these things to my Instagram stories, relive it. But that's another point to make. It's about the intention behind what you're posting, when and why, right? And also, talking of lions, our truck got stuck in a hole, and in order to get out, which took some serious manpower, we had to get out and walk across the brush to another truck. We had eyes on 2 male lions when we got out the truck, and then there was one. I asked for adventure, and boy, did I get it. I've always been the play it safe type. I'm an Enneagram 6. I like to plan things out meticulously. And I really made a commitment to myself to go against the grain on this trip. And also, how many people can say that they saw lions in the wild on foot? I walked up the Ngong Hills and saw the most breathtaking views that you can imagine. I bought beads from Maasai people, went to busy, bustling markets. I went all over Nairobi in Ubers by myself. And trust me when I say that the Ubers in Nairobi are not the same as in the UK. It was a huge culture shock at times. It was hugely confronting at times due to the extreme wealth and the most extreme poverty I've ever seen. My privilege smacked me right in the face on so many occasions. And I was humbled, absolutely humbled on many, many more. I am a different person. I'm even more resilient than before. And if I had stopped at I could never do that, I would have denied myself this entire experience, and genuinely, I feel like a total new human being. I feel even more resilient than ever before. If I had stopped at I could never do that, I would have denied myself this entire experience. And I genuinely feel like a totally new human being. I feel capable of anything. I feel energized. It was exactly the shift I was looking for and desperately needed at that particular moment. And what I really want you to take from this is that I am absolutely no different to you. It's just a series of choices we make, and one step at a time in the direction of them, allowing ourselves to shift and change and form new neural pathways in the process. So this change was fast, but made with intention, and that's the difference. And I already know it will be long lasting because I feel it in my bones. Yes, there are always things that might require a little longer, but my goodness, once you start providing yourself, your brain and your nervous system what's possible, the opportunities really, really do become endless. There's more resilience, more confidence, more bravery, more steadfastness, stability, boundaries, optimism, even in the face of adversity, right? Because I'm constantly saying, the art of being human is coping with adversity, bouncing back from adversity. It's not being happy clappy all the time, right? It's all waiting. And I'm not saying you need to take a huge solo trip halfway across the world, but what could you do today to prove that it's possible? What could you do? And one of my favorite things to remind people is who you are today isn't who you have to be tomorrow. So what do you want to do? And who do you want to be? And who do you need to be? And what needs to happen to make it happen? So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then join the Positive Pants Toolkit app and community so you can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to join the toolkit or book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now because you can. I'm here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful and I'll see you next week. Bye!